What's good, Plumboro? I'm Drew Bartow, alongside my co-host, Mike Devine.
What's going on?
And Justin Newman.
Yo, yo.
And, of course, show producer, the one and only Big Cat.
Howdy.
We aim to entertain and educate more than 3 Plum residents, so gather around and enjoy the sounds of Sour Plums. Welcome to the Sour Plums podcast, friends. I'm going to get started here with a little bit of recap from last week. Big Cat pissed off the entire female population of Plum, I think.
Multiple times.
We were getting texts left and right. What the hell was up Big Cat's ass last week? Or some variation.
Listen, it can't be true the way some of these women's husbands act, so it couldn't be me.
You have anything to say for yourself, Big Cat, or you stand behind
I stand what I said. I'm not taking it back. If you took it personally, look in the mirror, do some reflecting.
All right, so we're still on the shit list. Got it.
And I might turn my sights on the men tonight, so.
Okay, well, setting a record for earliest time in which we lose half our audience, so that's good.
No one's safe.
Guys, I told you last week I was excited about the focal banger and the heady topper that I bought, and Newman was kind enough to get me a 4-pack as well. I'm going to start it off. I'm drinking that tonight. I'm drinking some heady topper. I think I had focal banger last time. I'm not sure if I had a heady topper or not, but
I think you had focal banger last time.
Great beer. Took it to Spooky Nook last week. Enjoyed it with some friends. Shared that with them. So, what are you guys drinking tonight?
First, I'm glad that I had no idea what you're talking about until about 30 seconds into that you were even talking about a drink. Second, I'm glad somebody else got to say Spooky Nook except for me, and I am drinking a Hard Mountain Dew, the orange one.
Orange, okay.
That'd be hard mango.
What's orange?
Baja Blast Mango.
There it is.
Did I just see that they have a Code Red coming out?
I would hope
They
so.
already have one, I think.
Oh, it's already out.
They already have one?
No, it's coming out. I
there
thought
are 8 flavors.
I
Code
knew
Red
that.
is not one of them. Trust me, I'm a Mountain Dew connoisseur.
Well, then what are you drinking?
I am not drinking a Mountain Dew, surprisingly. I'm still on my Southern Tier summer. I am now trying the Vodka Orange Crush.
Okay, very good. What about you, Big Cat?
I'm drinking Arizona Arnold Palmer Light half and half iced tea lemonade.
Very good. All right, you guys, as you can probably tell right now, we don't have a guest tonight, but we have quite several good guests lined up for the next few weeks. So it's just the 4 of us. Kind of like old times. We'll see what we can do tonight. I want to thank our sponsors. Thank you to Continental Comb, Tresco Concrete, the Jen Mascara Real Estate Team, Lulu's Pizzeria, Salute Beer Distributor, Busy Little Me, Pittsburgh Sports Complex and Self-Storage, Nesbitt's Lanes, and Coyote Outdoor. Continental Comb Barbershop, a traditional barbershop servicing the area since 1973. Up to date on all the new styles and cuts. Call 412-795-7555 and mention Sour Plums for $5 off any service.
Tresco Concrete, the best concrete products on the market. Ready-mix concrete delivered to your door, guaranteed to get hard or your money back. And as always, their concrete is all natural, no supplements, and always 100% Viagra-free.
The Jen Mascaro team proudly supports the Sour Plums podcast. When it comes to selling your home promptly and at peak value, look no further than the expertise of the Jen Mascaro team. With over a decade of industry experience, we guarantee to guide you seamlessly through the process. For personalized assistance, contact us at 412-607-6318 or email jen.mascaro@cbrealty.com.
Lulu's Pizzeria, serving up quality food, good grace, and burnt pizza since 2016. Local and woman-owned, located at 415 Unity Center Road in Plum. Call 412-795-1229 and mention Sour Plums for 10% off your order of $10 or more. Cannot be combined with any other offer.
All right, welcome back, everyone. We'll jump right into plum problems. But first plum problem is I'm looking at myself in the camera right now, and I got sunburned today. You see this?
Yeah, you did. Where did you get
Can you
sun?
tell us- I was at the polls all day.
Deceptive sun is one of those like 65-degree days, but the sun's out, right?
Yeah. Can you tell I was wearing sunglasses?
You do look a little bit white in the eyes and red in the cheeks. Yeah.
there you
I
go.
saw a few signs out there in Plum today that like life's starting to imitate art there, Mike. Getting all that sun on your face.
Oh!
I don't know what you're talking about.
A Big Cat's back.
So my plum problem today is just election day in general. The polls, I don't know. I think it's a sham standing out by the polls. If I'm standing out at the polls and you don't know who you're voting for by the time you get there, I don't think you should be voting. But at the same time, in local elections especially, I think everybody should be voting. It's a more important election. I've said this before. Much more important election than a presidential election. This impacts your life way more than the big election that everybody shows up for every 4 years. If you're going to complain, and I know a lot of people complain, get out there and vote. I think, I was at the biggest poll in Plum, and there was about 350 voters between two polling places, which is awful. It's just bad. But it's a mad dash when somebody walks out of their car. It's a mad dash to hand them 47 pieces of paper, and they get up there, and the ones that piss me off the most are the ones that say, "Oh, I just need that ticket right there, that slate." They have no idea who's on there. They have no idea what they stand for. They just know that the leaders of the Republican Party or the leaders of the Democrat Party are saying, "Here's the candidates we handpicked for you based off a 5-minute speech." And we have no idea what they stand for. Really, just they spoke well for 5 minutes, and we're going to back them, but we don't know anything about them, and you should too.
You're talking about the straight ticket voters, right? The
Straight
party,
ticket, straight ticket voters. Yeah. Shockingly, 4 years later, nothing changes, and we do it all over again.
Yeah,
that's my TED talk. Thanks for coming to it.
No, I think that's part of I mean, probably even if we're lucky, 1/3 of the registered voters in Plum are actually voting in this primary, right? I mean, there's not a ton.
I don't think it's that.
Not even close to that.
Many.
No, not even close. So you have that problem, and then we have all this stuff surrounding it too that never goes away, and it makes for just a kind of a shitty day. Just people are being shitty to each other, and it's not a great experience. But I think that happens in every town. Plum's a little bit on edge because it's where we live, but I think it happens everywhere. So it's not unique to Plum. It's just in general, this is what happens in local elections.
And nobody ever learns, right? We just keep doing it over and over again. What's the saying? The definition of insanity is to do the same thing over and over again and expect different results.
Yeah.
Here we are.
No, I'm with you. We won't dive too much into that. We'll see the results tonight, and we'll go from there. I'm sure we'll have stuff to say about it next time. But what's your Plum problem, Newman?
My Plum problem is not necessarily just a Plum problem. It's a nationwide problem. Just because you have the ability to use FaceTime and or Google Meets does not mean you should be doing it and talking on your phone with it held horizontally. The phone is made to talk with your hand on your cheek, the mouthpiece by your mouth, and the ear part of it by your ear. I don't need to hear your phone conversation. No one wants to hear what Billy ate for lunch today. No one wants to hear your girlfriend got cheated on by so-and-so and he's a piece of shit. I don't care. Use your phone the way it is meant to be used.
Why'd you pick the name Billy?
Needs to hear it. Fuck off, bozo. And that is my TED talk.
Can I say something though about whenever you talk on speaker? Like, I don't use FaceTime a lot, but speaker, my arm gets tired when I hold the phone up to my ear.
Here's an idea. Get Bluetooth. That way you don't even have to hold the phone. And no one has to hear your conversation. Problem solved.
I don't care.
Are you saying you're an offender of this, Mike? You do this?
I mean, not in public. I really do try to hold my phone up because nobody does need to hear it, but my arm does get tired. I switch hands a lot. If it's a long conversation, I do switch arms a lot.
I'm not much of a phone guy, so I don't really have that problem in public. I mean, it brings me up to another topic. It's not really a Plum problem either. But are you guys subscribed to, if you can text it to me, just text it to me and don't call me? I don't know, Mike. You seem like a caller.
If I'm in the car, so I don't have a lot of free time, but if I'm in the car, I don't like to text.
Well,
so
that's
if I'm in the car,
so that's
good. If I'm in the car and it's on my mind and I know I have 20 minutes, I'm getting everything that every person I have to communicate with at that moment is getting a phone call because I need to. And
I do receive frequent phone calls from Not Mario when he's in the car.
And then as soon as I get where I'm going, I'm like, all right, I'm here. I gotta go.
I can't talk. I gotta go.
No, it's like those ones that are like, yeah, a long conversation. There's thought going into. It's going to be a discussion. I get it. Sometimes you're called like with just something that literally could have been a sentence or two in a text and a yes or no back and forth. Like, don't call me. Like, if somebody calls me nowadays, like, I think honestly, my first I jump to is this an emergency?
What's wrong? Yeah, what's wrong?
Right. Speaking of which, Mike, your brother called me the night, and he's never called me, and I'm like,
Mark.
Yeah, Mark called. I'm like, what's wrong? Did I not pay for the baseball pool that we're doing? What happened? I'll get the $30 to you, Mark. I promise. Like, I was like, that's what I jumped to, like, oh shit, he's mad at me for being a day late, and I wasn't even late yet. And I was like, oh no. And then he does this really cool random thing where he calls somebody randomly on his phone, and his son says goodnight to them. That's really freaking cool. That was really cool. So he called me, and I said goodnight to Sergio.
Probably.
Yeah.
That's my
So,
son, by the way.
I've never heard about this. I'm the kid's fucking uncle. I've never gotten this call.
I was just gonna say,
Breaking
Uncle Mike
news.
has never gotten this phone call.
Breaking news.
No.
I got a call from your nephew. It was awesome. It was adorable. 2 nights ago. I talked to him more recently than you. Mike is stunned. I thought your camera froze. You just stood there. You're sitting there. Sorry for breaking that to him, Mark, but he does this thing where he does it randomly, and I was the random call that night. I thought it was pretty cool.
That's
like
2
that.
losses tonight.
Shit. What about you, Big Cat? What's your plum problem this week?
It's coffee breath. That's my problem. Last night at Graham's 12U baseball game, one of the coaches on the team decided to have a little bit of a temper tantrum that he didn't get to coach third base. Now, I'm coming in as like, I'm not a coach. I haven't helped coach, but I'm going to help because the head coach needs it. Whatever he needs me to do, I'll do. I'm not going in there like I'm coaching third and I'm making calls and I'm doing such. So game time, this coach decides he's not helping at all anymore because he can't coach third base. And I'm looking at this as I got to antagonize him a little bit to try to get a reaction. So I said to him, like, you're really not going to go coach for the team you're a coach of? The head coach needs you on first base. And, he told me not to tell him what to do and stuff. So I was like, well, you're on this staff. You should be responsible for going out to coach first base. And he was like, I'm not on the staff. Then why have you been in the dugout all year so far? And he made another excuse. So I hit him with so you're the guy that just makes excuses. And he got up in my face. That's what did it. He got in my face and his breath was kicking. I needed a mint afterwards. So he sat down when I suggested the umpire should probably throw him out since he's not a coach and he's getting in a coach's face. So he sat down super quick and didn't say a word the rest of the game. Luckily, his poor wife, though, with that coffee breath.
Is that a little foreshadowing, Big Cat?
That is a little seems like a foreshadow. So I don't discuss that topic too much because I don't want to give away some later stuff later. But is it just coffee breath? I mean, that bothers you, Big Cat? Because I think I can think of things where I'll tell you what, I'm gonna one up you, and it's prevalent. Garlic breath.
Oh,
You can smell.
I don't know if I smelled that.
It's not good.
It's not. It is
Halitosis
not
is
good.
worse than both.
Oh, halitosis, yeah.
Yeah.
We were at the
Well, if you
polls
hold in
today.
your farts, it can become bad breath. You hear that? It can reabsorb into your bloodstream
Are you
and
making
come out
shit
of your
up right
breath
now,
in the capillaries.
Dr.
No,
Big Cat?
That's not real.
I'm
There's no
not.
way
I've
that's
heard it
real.
so many times.
Where on TikTok?
On TikTok. You know, if we had a
It goes
producer
to the
that could look
chest.
that up and, fact check that.
He's not gonna fact check
It's-
himself.
Okay, here, you guys talk amongst yourselves.
That's no.
Farting.
We were at the
Breath.
polls tonight and we ordered dinner, and I don't know why it was delicious, but somebody ordered bacon and onion pizza. It was so good, but as you're talking to people when you're trying to get their vote, probably not the best idea.
Not the best.
Where'd you
one.
order it from?
Cowgirl. I was a recipient of free food, so I ate it.
I can almost guarantee I know who ordered that and from where. Yes, it was him.
No, it was a she.
It wasn't.
Well, guys, how many of you use Chat GPT to like write emails?
I'm old school. I refuse to do that.
I'm new school. I use it all the time.
Not to write emails, no.
Emails,
Yeah?
Facebook posts, text messages.
I mean, I can see a promotional Facebook post, but I'm talking about an email to, like, if you were going to email me, would you use Chat GPT?
You,
I thought you said
know,
you use it for Facebook posts. I was going, are you kidding me?
No, not like my own personal Facebook post, but yeah, like no. If I was just writing you a personal email, no. Like if I'm emailing somebody something significant that's like meaningful,
I'm not meaningful? Well, that sucks. Well, that's my new plum problem. Changing topics. New plum problem. Bozo.
Mike Divine?
Yeah.
It's
No.
going on like 3 weeks where that's the one problem for someone.
I don't know if you recognize me without my nose. Sorry, I'll wear it next time.
I don't know. I'm getting more and more emails that are clearly written by ChatGPT that are personal emails from people in my life, whether I want them to be there or not. And I'm one more email away from saying I'm not responding to any email that I can tell is written by ChatGPT. You either email me with your words, like a big boy or girl, or I'm not responding anymore. I'm just going to delete it automatically. I can tell. It's so easy to tell right away because it's not authentic. I can tell someone's actual voice versus their fake Chat GPT voice, so it's simple
Can
for
you
me.
use ChatGPT to craft that email to respond?
I could probably do that. I could probably start doing that back and forth. At some point, the conversation will no longer be what it was about in the first place.
I feel like that's the direction the world is going, though. It's just going to be a bunch
Yeah.
of AI talking to each other.
Yeah, I'm just letting the world know that Chat GPT emails aren't going to get a response from Drew Barto anymore. So we can cut that bullshit out right now.
Andy has
So-
spoken.
Yeah, Andy has spoken. Newman,
Andy.
what's the latest Minority Report?
All right, so we got a twofer tonight. We are going laundry tonight. So, first question, do any of you use liquid laundry detergent?
Yes.
Yes.
Occasionally, yeah.
Do you use the big one where it has a little spout on it and you put the little plastic cup?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Do you know that you're supposed to put the plastic cup into the wash?
What?
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard of
when
that.
when you fill up the cup with liquid detergent, you're supposed to throw the entire thing into the laundry, and you get the cup out when it's done.
I just Jaeger bomb that shit.
When next time you're in the laundry, look at the cap. They all say, "Throw in laundry."
Really?
Yep.
So Jess actually does the laundry a little bit different. We have a pod that's not scented, and then she buys a really expensive detergent, and she just uses a little bit of it for the smell, which I'm sure you've all smelled my clothes because we have a very distinct smell, apparently.
I've not. I probably will now. I'll probably pick up on it next time I see you.
Yeah.
I thought you guys wore the same like scent. I thought you wore the same like cologne or
No,
like
it's
perfume scent.
laundry detergent.
It smells good. I can tell when Divine's around.
I'd be able to tell probably if I was ever invited to things like New Year's Eve and things like that.
Oh, you know what? You can go fuck yourself.
Wow.
No,
So yes, you were supposed to throw the cap in with the detergent with your laundry.
Newman, I'm looking this up as soon as I get off this episode.
As you should.
That's crazy to me. That is crazy to me.
Part 2, when you get your clothes out of the dryer, you take a typical laundry basket. You turn the dryer drum so the baffles are in an upside down triangle, which means there's 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. You slide your basket in upside down. You rotate the drum, and all of your clothes are in the basket at once. You no longer have to lean over and pull them out at one time. You're welcome.
2 baffles at the top, 1 at the bottom. Is that like the reverse Cowgirl of drying clothes?
Yes, it is, Andy. Yes, it is. And that's what we're calling this. Episode 32, Reverse Cowgirl of Drying Clothes.
Newman, that was some good stuff. I am honestly, that first one, I'm mystified by that. That's just
My mind was blown. I was like, there's
Like-
no way. And I was like,
Whew.
no shit. This is real.
41 and a half, and I'm learning some shit.
Try to be helpful.
All right. Mike, you got a Would You Rather for us tonight?
I do. This comes from Drew tonight, actually.
Oh, it comes from me.
Yeah.
I wonder what it is.
It's mediocre.
First one in 31 episodes, it came from me. 32 or whatever we're on.
Would you rather have incurable body odor or incurable bad breath for the rest of your life?
Huh. Bad breath. Must be a theme tonight.
That's the theme. It's a bad breath
Big
episode.
Cat, you want to go first?
Yeah, let's start with Big Cat. That's
Sure,
that's a
I'll
good
go
idea.
first. Okay, body odor versus bad breath.
Forever.
That's forever. And I'm just going to go, maybe bad breath works because I'm not really close enough with that many people. But I think the stink travels regardless. It's a hard pick, honestly. There's no win. But I feel like I'm going to go with bad breath because it's at least contained. Body odor, your whole body, and there's a lot of stink that comes from your body, from your pits to your shits.
Okay.
I think this is a very easy decision. The answer is definitely bad breath. That can be contained and also masked if you need it to temporarily. But I'm married. Shanna's just going to have to deal with that. Whereas body odor, multiple people have to deal with that. So I'm going to keep it contained and go with bad breath and have a stockpile of mints and gum on me at all times.
That's a loophole. But that's a loophole. But I'm with you on the bad breath. I think for pretty much the same reasons is that, with body odor, that typically too can be smelled at more of a distance as well, right? Somebody walks in the room, you get a little bit of a breeze, it comes your way. That's all it takes. With bad breath, you can just not talk. You can stay a few feet away from somebody. You can kind of look in a different direction and talk. There are ways you can work around that. Bad body odor, if you have it, it's trouble, right? No matter what. So I'm with you on bad breath, but I don't know. I could see bad breath. If you're somebody who has to talk in close proximity to people often, I could see it being a problem, but I don't know. Body odor's tough.
I think that's 6 of one, half dozen of the other. If that's the case,
that's true. That's true.
Yeah, I agree. I'm on the same page with you. Bad breath is what I'd pick. You can keep your mouth closed. You can pull your face away from people when you talk. I don't think you can't hide your body odor.
No. This wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah,
Clean sweep.
Clean sweep. We're good.
This is why I don't do Would You Rathers.
Yeah.
Hope everybody enjoyed Andy's first and last Would You Rather.
Wait, actually, you asked me if I had one.
We're gonna get
And
a
I
double
actually did
tonight?
have one. So
We get two?
We're gonna get a
bonus
double
one?
one? Ooh.
2 Minority Reports, 2 Would You Rathers.
Yeah. So I have a bonus one that you didn't get to think about. Would you rather go back and relive 1 month of your childhood or live 1 year as a millionaire?
1 year as a millionaire. I've already lived my childhood. I don't need to do it again. I have the memories of said memory, so I'm going to take that $1 million.
Yeah, there's no single month of my childhood where I said, "Whoa, that was the best month." I don't even remember half. I mean, a full month. I remember some events, but a full month, I don't remember. And a millionaire for a year. I mean, I guess the question is also, after that year, does the money just go away, or can I invest it, or just?
No, I think
Still.
the money goes away. Yeah.
So
still a
basically,
year.
you win a lottery and you have a year to spend $1 million. Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
I think I'm good. I'm going to have a new house. I'm going to have a new car. And my kids are set.
Oh, for sure.
And I'll continue working.
This was
Good.
easier than bad breath. Sorry, Mike.
Now, see,
All right, I have
I
a
think-
would you rather.
hold on. Do I get to go?
Yeah, you get to go. Bozo.
All right. See, I disagree. I think I'm going back to childhood because if the money's gone after a year, if you don't work or whatever, if you keep your job and you get to keep working after whatever, right? Like, but if you truly live as a millionaire and after a year you have to go back to your old lifestyle, you've had a taste of it. Now you have to go back to like normalcy. I think that would suck. I don't know if I wanted to do that switch.
Loophole.
If I could go back,
I'll
hold
tell
on.
you, little me,
Can I finish?
to go to Google and buy stock in Google.
Can I
No,
finish?
you can't bring it with you though. Like you
I
go
don't have
back
to bring it with me.
you go
Older
back.
me, once I hit that age, I'm going to be okay because younger me told me to do it.
No,
Back to the Future.
Can I finish? The
if
way Mike
I-
looked and said that was like, I
I
just had
think
flashbacks. Go ahead, Mike.
the summer before I went to college, like that July, there was no one moment in that July that sticks out in my mind. But I just remember that summer before I went to college with my friends. We all knew it was kind of the last summer we were going to be together. It was probably one of the most fun summers of my life. I would go back and relive that summer 1,000 times over. No responsibilities, crap job, minimum wage, 4 hours, 4 hours a night, working like 3 nights a week. It was fun. It was so much. That summer was so much fun.
That's fair. Big Cat, you got another one.
Well, when you said his was easier than the bad breath versus body odor, I wanted to chime in and said I have one too that I've been kind of mulling over. Would you rather live forever, or every time you died you had to start over as a baby and you could end up anywhere in the world, but you lived your life, you die, you start over. You don't retain knowledge, you just start over.
I want no parts of Tuck Everlasting. I will take dying and starting over. I do not want to
Really?
live forever. No, because you're going to be attached to people and you're going to lose them. So you're going to experience pain over and over and over again. And there's nothing you can do about it. You're just there. So you're going to love and lose love hundreds of thousands of times. And you're going to live forever. No, bro, I'm good.
At some point, though, don't you get used to that? Like, because that's what life is, right? Loss and over and over again until you die. And at some point, right, like the 80th person you've lost, and now the 160th and the 500th. At some point, it just doesn't become. You
I
don't
still
become
think
numb
it's all
to
going to
it.
hurt no matter what. And I'd rather not deal with that pain if I don't have to.
I'm living forever. I love a little me. I love me.
Yeah, I think death itself doesn't scare me, but the thought of like missing out on things that like seeing my kids do things at some point, and there's a point in their lives that I'm not going to be here for, and I don't want to miss those things. I do want to miss their death, so that's the part that I think I would want to miss. But once they're gone, then be my grandkids and great grandkids and that kind of stuff. So that part would suck, but I think that the fact that I get to keep reliving all these moments for like that bloodline, I think that'd be pretty cool.
That was a tough one, Big Cat.
Yeah, it just keeps it's a cool like difference that living forever has its pros and cons. You kind of never die, you just get reborn again and again.
I think if I had more time to think about it, I don't know. I might
Might be a
my answer.
different
If you-
answer.
Yeah, I don't
if
know.
you
That's
could
a tough
tweak
one.
it a little bit, that you at least remember it's you, then you could just kind of be like, if you retained your knowledge, I mean, you'd be, by the third time, you'd be really set. You know,
Yeah.
you would know so much.
That's true. That's a good point. Well, that was a record. 2 Minority Reports and 3 Would You Rathers.
Woo.
So, Andy,
Yes, Newman.
are you cooking up another Drew's Clues for us tonight?
It's been cooked.
Drew's Clues. Drew's Clues.
I will give you a category. Then I'm going to give you up to 5 statements or Drew's clues about someone tonight within that category. Rule number 1, this is a free-for-all for all guesses. No order. If you think you know the answer, shout it out and beat the other guys. Rule number 2, if you shout out an incorrect guess, you are eliminated tonight and cannot continue to play the game. Scoring after 1 clue, you get 5 points, then 4 points, 3 points, 2 points, 1 point, and so on. I'll keep score throughout the season. I think Newman's in the lead right now because you had a good one.
I got a 4 last time.
You got a 4 last time, right? Yeah.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Yep. So let's see what you guys can do here. The category tonight is solo musician of yesteryear, meaning it's not somebody that's current. It's going to be, in fact, they are dead. So that'll help narrow it down to a few people that have died that sang songs. All right. Number 1, Mike, this is your category, music. I know that. Yeah.
I'm all over this.
Number 1 clue for Drew's Clues tonight. A species of tarantulas was named after this artist in 2015 because they were found in abundance near Folsom Prison, where the artist had performed decades earlier.
Johnny Cash.
Mother freaker. Damn. 5 points for Big Cat. I had no idea you were a Johnny Cash guy.
I knew it as soon as you said solo
Folsom.
artist from, Folsom Prison
Folsom.
Blues.
Yep. Wow.
Well done, Big Cat.
I was waiting for my category, so you nailed it tonight.
Damn.
Unknowingly.
I don't even think he got the full clue out.
I didn't even get out. He heard Folsom Prison. If you're an actual real fan of Johnny Cash, you know that. I'm going to give the other 4 clues just for the fans at home. Number 2 would have been, speaking of prisons, this musician's top 2 selling albums were live albums recorded in prisons. Number 3 would have been, this recording artist released 97 albums over their legendary career. Number 4 would have been, this musician covered a song by 9 Inch Nails so well that 9 Inch Nails lead singer Trent Reznor said, that song is not mine anymore. That song is Hurt. You guys familiar with that one? Mike's over there building the Lego set because he has no interest in music at all.
I'm intrigued. I'm listening, Drew.
And number 5 would have been, really, I think anybody would have got this one. Though this artist wrote most of his own hits, he did not write his biggest hit, Ring of Fire.
Who is Johnny Cash?
Yes. I would have got that one.
That's what I thought. I was trying to get at least 1 point out there tonight. Man, Big Cat with the 5 spot.
That
Woo,
new record.
I don't think Big Cat had a point coming into that. He just
Nothing.
shot up into second place just like that.
Yeah, nothing.
Woo.
Well done.
Good job, Big Cat.
Thank you.
Johnny Cash, the man in black. All right, let's give a shout out to our sponsors once again. Thank you to Continental Cone, Tresco Concrete, the Gen Mascara Real Estate Team, the Lulu's Pizzeria, Salute Beer Distributor, Busy Little Me, Pittsburgh Sports Complex and Self-Storage, Nesbitt's Lanes, and Coyote Outdoor. At Salute Beer Distributor, we are bringing you a large selection of beers from local and national breweries. Our extensive inventory includes craft beers, seasonal specialties, your everyday favorites, adult slushies, and an impressive inventory of non-alcoholic beers. Salute's inventory has something special for every palate. Come browse the aisles at Salute Beer Distributor, located on Route 286 in Plum, next to Shop and Save. You'll be glad you did.
Busy Little Me's is a residential cleaning company serving Plum and local communities. Housekeeping duties include house cleaning, disposing of rubbish, sanitizing services, dusting, vacuuming, mopping, scrubbing, etc., etc. We do custom-to-you cleans once a month, once a week, or every 9 minutes. We got you, sis. We've also been known to do decluttering and pre-clean cleans. That's a real thing. We can also polish your dirty face, scrub a doggo's filthy paws, or even spit shine your shoe. Laundry? Need linens washed? Done. How about your husband's gutchies? No prob. That ugly camisole your mother-in-law gave you? What was that? Just throw it away? Your secrets are safe with us. BusyLittleMe's.squarespace.com.
Whether chaos in your house or chaos on the court, Pittsburgh Sports Complex and Self-Storage has your back. Conveniently located in Plum at 307 Coxcomb Hill Road. Book online anytime. Don't miss out. Score 50% off your first storage rental with code GOAL.
Nesbitt's Lanes Incorporated. Lanes available for the 24-25 season. Family Bowling Center specializing in open bowling, league bowling, bumper bowling, birthday parties, group events, fundraisers, all-night bowling parties, summer leagues, Sunday morning specials, in-house tournaments, junior bowling program, after-school bowling program. They can be reached at 412-793-5556. Web address is www.nesbitlanes.com. And when you book and mention the podcast for your child's birthday by the end of the year, the birthday child is free. Nesbit Lanes Incorporated.
It's grilling season, and Coyote Outdoor Living has you covered. Upgrade your barbecue game with a new grill from Coyote Outdoor. Choose from their vast lineup of gas, charcoal, electric, and pellet grill options. They also carry a wide variety of stainless steel storage and refrigeration solutions to complete your dream outdoor kitchen. Go to coyoteoutdoor.com and get ready to grill, baby. Grill in style.
All right, welcome back. We are going to get into blind rankings tonight and kick that over to Mike in a minute, but just in case you've listening for the first time or don't remember from the last episode, blind rankings is where Mike has a category. Within that category, he gives us 5 items inside of that category, one at a time, and we have to rank them blindly without knowing what he's going to say next. And usually Mike has a way of making the game not fun in the end with his last one, and but sometimes he tricks us, so we never know what's going to happen. But blind rankings is a very popular game here at Sour Plums. And Mike, what do you got for us tonight?
I
Top 5
have
clowns?
not top 5 clowns. Bozo is my favorite. I am number 2. Oh, I forgot
Homie?
about Krusty.
Homie the Clown?
That would have been good. I
Change
dropped
the category.
I dropped the ball there. Give me 2 minutes. No. All right. These are the top 5 rides that are no longer at Kennywood.
Top 5 rides are no longer at Kennywood. Okay.
Yeah. So Kennywood is just opened a few weeks ago. On the weekends, they're about to open for the season. I think starting next week, right? It's Memorial Day weekend, so start to open every day coming up here. So top 5 rides that are no longer at Kennywood. We will start with an amusement park staple, the Ferris wheel. We'll go Big Cat because he never goes first in anything. We'll go Big Cat. Justin. I wrote Justin twice. How about Justin then Drew?
I'm going to put the Ferris wheel at 5 because I'm a little scared of the Ferris wheel. The ones that you sit back to and your body's open to everything. It tilts and stuff scares me.
For those that don't know, Kennywood is the local amusement park here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And I'm putting the Ferris wheel at 5 as well because Ferris wheel does absolutely nothing for me.
I'll put it at 5 too. I had just turned 41 it was after my birthday, before my birthday last year in the fall. I was in downtown and I rode a Ferris wheel for the first time. Actually, it was actually a cool view of the city. It was on the Clemente Bridge. So it was actually pretty neat for a festival down there, fall festival down there. But yeah, I'm not a fan of the Ferris wheel. I have this fear of it getting stuck. I'm dangling there. I don't have control. It's hot. It's not a thrill ride to me. It's just it's like a lollygag of a ride. And other than the view of the city, I wouldn't have been amused by that at all. So 5 for me.
All right. Next one is the laser loop. Justin, do you know what the laser loop is?
No clue.
It brings you backwards up a track and then drops you. You do one loop, you go up, then you do it backwards. So you're done. I
never rode it. I was too young when it was still at Kennywood, but I have seen the Kennywood Memories segment on it. I'm going to put that at 4. I don't think I would like the backwards part of it.
So it has a loop, so it's roller coaster-esque. So
it
I
is a
will
roller coaster.
put it at 2.
I'm going to put it at 3. I'm a roller coaster fan, but it doesn't seem like it would be the best of the roller coasters, which is probably why it doesn't exist anymore. So I'll put it at 3, though.
They moved it somewhere, and I can't think of where they moved it to. Drew, did you grow up going to Kennywood? I know you're not really from here.
I'm not really from here, but I'd probably come to Kennywood 2 or 3 times a summer still.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, next one is the rotor.
Can you explain the rotor?
I don't know if you've actually rode this ride, but it's one of the rides where you put your back against the wall, it spins in a circle, the floor drops out, you stick to the wall.
Oh, hell no.
Those are fun.
So I can be kind of a buzzkill at theme parks. I don't know if it's social anxiety or just regular anxiety or fear of dying on every roller coaster I have ever stepped foot on. But the rotor I really liked, even though I knew it got taken out because people were falling and like crushing their ankles and stuff. But I really liked it when I rode it. So number 1.
So younger me probably would have put the rotor at 1, but adult Justin does not do well with rides that spin. So I'm going to put the rotor at 4.
Yeah, I've never done well with rides that spin, and particularly when you're at an amusement park, it's typically hot warm, and then combine the two things. You're hot, you're dehydrated, and then you're spinning. No, I'd be dizzy. I would put this at 5 if I could change it. It's going to go at 4 though. Even when I was a kid, that kind of ride would have been a problem for me. I'd have been dizzy and nauseous afterwards.
Next one is the log jammer.
I'm going to put it at 3. Even on hot days, I was not a fan of getting wet and being in wet clothes. It was so fun to be around, huh?
So, as someone who's lived here for a long time, I believe that the log jammer is like the classic ride that everyone loved, complains that it's gone, etc. So, for nostalgia purposes, I will put it at 1, only because Mike will fuck this up somehow on a ride I don't know nothing about, but I'm still going to do that and put the log jammer at 1, even though I wasn't a fan, because if I got my sneakers wet, I was going to fucking kill someone.
That's fair. I'm going to put this at 2. I only have 1 and 2 left. There's one ride that Mike could say here. It was easily my number 1. I have zero confidence he's going to say that. I rode that ride so many times when it first opened as a kid. But the log jam, I'll be honest, I may have been on it when I was really young. I just like Big Cat said, water rides. I didn't want to get wet and be wet all day, so I try to avoid them at most parks.
I'm trying to think what ride you might be talking about.
A little side note, did you guys hear about the guy that says he contracted a eye-eating amoeba in the Raging Rapids that they reopened recently? There was a news article that he's claiming he now has an eye-eating parasite that he got.
Did he have on a tinfoil hat when he was giving this?
I don't know.
Report?
I don't know. But the eye is being eaten, maybe. So
sure it is, buddy.
What a day for him. All right, and the last one is Garfield's Nightmare.
I'm a big fan of Garfield. I like Garfield.
I hate Mondays.
I'm gonna put it at 2. Yeah, Mondays suck. I'm gonna put them at 2.
I only have number 3 open, and I will put it there. I did ride that ride with my kids. It was nothing spectacular, but my kids liked it, so I'm happy with it at 3.
It's number 1 for me by default. I don't remember it. I don't know it.
It's the old mill, but it was Garfield themed as the old mill.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you shoot
number
stuff?
1, but that was not it.
No, never mind. I'm getting rides confused. You didn't have to shoot anything in Garfield's Nightmare, did you? With little blasters.
No, that's
the
one over.
That's the one over
by the Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt. Yeah, it's underneath it. It's in the dark.
My list is actually by a lot of default. So the rotor was. So I'm looking at these rides as though it was the time that they were there. So the rotor, right now, I wouldn't get on it for anything. But when it was there, I love that ride. I could ride that thing 100 times in a row. The laser loop, I never rode, but it's at number 2. I was scared of roller coasters when that was there. By the time I was not scared of roller coasters, it was already gone.
Wait, can you say where these rides were?
Yeah, so the rotor, as soon as you walk into Kennywood, was to the left where you get on the Skyrocket.
So Skyrocket, the rotor was where Skyrocket is.
Yeah, like the station for Skyrocket.
It's to the right. Okay.
No, when you walk in, it's right to your left. I'm sorry, it's the station over
the
there.
Station.
To the left.
Okay, so
yeah.
Okay.
The laser loop is where the Phantom is. It's right over there.
Phantom's Revenge over in the middle.
Yeah. Garfield's Nightmare.
I know where that
I didn't like that iteration of the ride. I just didn't. But it's a 3. It's exactly where it is now.
They changed it. Is it now?
It's the old. So it used to
back
be
to the old mill.
Yeah, it used to be the old mill. Then it was Garfield's Nightmare. Now it's the old mill again. The Ferris wheel. I put the Ferris wheel at 4 because I don't mind the ride, the Ferris wheel, but the amount of time it takes to get people on and off the ride drives me insane.
Brutal.
It takes so long. It's like a half an hour process just to get people on for a 2-minute ride.
For that ride. Yeah.
And the one at Kennywood was huge. So it really did take a long time. But I don't mind the ride itself once you're on. And that was over by the Aero 360. I think actually might be right where the Aero 360 is. I think they replaced it with the Aero 360. And then the Log Jammer. I don't like water rides that much to begin with, but what I really didn't like about this ride was when you were holding on to the metal bars, the pieces that connected it to the wood always jammed in the webbing of my thumb, and I always cut my thumbs, and I fucking hated it.
Jeez.
I would hate that too.
That's where the steel curtain for that one.
Do you guys remember the Pitfall?
Yeah.
Yes, I do. That's where Black Widow is.
That's what I was thinking. That was my one.
Love that one.
When awesome. that first year it opened, I was probably 13, 14. When it opened 97. It opened in 97, closed in 2011. drop 250 feet. I think the drop was actually 230 feet, but you go up 250 feet and just a straight drop. And it was called a pitfall, PITT, as in Pittsburgh. But man, I went there one summer when it opened. I went there with a friend. Literally, that's all we did all day. We went on that ride. We went down. We got back in line. We did that for 8 hours. It was amazing. I loved it. It was fun.
Yeah, you know what? I forgot about that ride. I did like that ride a lot, and if I would have thought about that one, I would have put it on the list for sure. I did like that.
That would have been my number one.
That's what I was waiting for number one.
But again, it's Mike, so we knew it wasn't going to happen. And that's why I did it.
And that's over where
that's where Black Widow is.
Yeah. So fun fact about the Black Widow: Lily was maybe 4 years old, and she was waiting in the line with Jess, and Sean and I got on the Black Widow. And remember the video of the guy saying, something came in the mail today, and he goes, D's nuts. You remember that video? Did you ever see that video?
Yeah.
Okay, so Lily's sitting there. It's really quiet, and I just look at her and go, Lily, what came in the mail today? And she just goes, she's 4. She goes, D's nuts. The entire line just started dying.
Oh, man. But yeah, Pitfall would have made this list for me probably over, I don't know, Garfield or Ferris wheel, but
yeah,
that's just because a Ferris wheel is a Ferris wheel, right?
It's not really privy to Pittsburgh. It's not really privy to Kennywood.
Yeah, but it's Mike. It's all right.
Exactly.
I get it.
4 out of the 5 were okay.
Yeah, Mike, you got a top 5 for us tonight?
I do.
Do we think is an easy one, or are we going to struggle like every week?
You will know all 10 on the top 10 list if you know. I just don't know if you'll. I mean, I think you'll easily get the first 3. I think the last 2. I think you'll get it.
All right, who's in charge tonight? Which one of us?
This will be Big Cat show.
Sounds good.
All right.
I'm here for it.
I've been thinking about this one. Here's the thing. You know all 10 of them. I just think once we get past 3, do you know where they go in the order?
What the hell's the category, Mike?
Category is the top 5 capacity college football stadiums.
Nut-ass Beaver Stadium's on there, or else he wouldn't have done this stupid list.
He wouldn't do this list, yeah.
So go ahead, Big Cat.
I would think Penn State's either 1 or 2. Penn State.
Penn State, final answer, is number 2. Okay, so wait, since you probably know all of them, do you want me to make you say the name of the stadium?
Nope.
No, that's too hard. No,
nope.
No.
Okay,
No.
Beaver Stadium.
I didn't know that.
I would say Michigan.
The Big House.
Michigan.
The Big House, definitely.
The Big House. Is it the Big House or the Big House? Final answer.
So the actual stadium is called Michigan Stadium. It's just nicknamed the Big House.
Right. Yeah.
Right, okay. Yeah, we're just having fun, Mike.
Jesus.
I'm not.
Fucking buzzkill.
So deal with the capacities, by the way. Michigan Stadium, 107,601. Beaver Stadium, 106,572.
So Michigan number 1?
Michigan is number 1. They just renovated Penn State and took some seats out. I think to put some suites in.
Guys, I have an inkling that Tennessee is big for some reason. I don't know why I think that. I've heard that.
Because you're wearing their colors right now?
That's true, I am. I got the orange on.
That's why I drank Orange Crush just for you today.
Are they really in the top? Is Tennessee really in the top 5, though?
I don't think they are.
No?
But I don't know that I have a better...
What about USC, the Coliseum?
I think the Coliseum's older, so I don't think it's going to be...
Okay.
I don't think it's going to have...
Not 100K.
That's an older stadium. So what about the Horseshoe?
I was going to say, what about Ohio State? Yeah.
The Horseshoe.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go with Ohio State.
Ohio State, the Horseshoe.
Ohio Stadium, number 3.
Damn, I'm good.
So the Big
Good
Ten
job,
is
Justin.
killing it there.
So we got the top 3. So what about Texas?
Wait, Ohio Stadium was capacity 102,700.
Right.
Texas, you think?
Oklahoma?
Any Florida?
Texas?
Florida State?
Florida State. What about Georgia?
Clemson?
Georgia?
Well, Death Valley might be up there.
Clemson. Let's go Clemson. Let's get
Clemson. Final answer.
Clemson? You know what? Actually, let me check something real quick.
Okay. Crunch the numbers.
then talking to the mic.
Computing.
Okay, yeah.
Computing.
I wrote down Tiger Stadium. I just gave you one. It's not Clemson, so Clemson's wrong.
Yeah.
LSU. Let's go with LSU there, Big Cat.
That's on me.
Let's go with LSU, Big Cat.
What one is it, Mike?
Tiger Stadium is number 5.
Yes, we got number
Nice.
5.
Nice. Yeah.
We have
That's
one
at
strike.
102,
One strike.
321.
I'm telling you,
Okay.
Tennessee's bigger than that. I'm telling you.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
Tennessee, Vols, Volunteers. Final answer.
No, that's not even in the top 10.
Told you.
What?
No.
Told me bullshit.
Damn,
No.
bro. Tennessee. You gotta be kidding me.
Tennessee.
Tennessee. Remember Arrested Development, Justin?
I do. 1992, baby.
What a great,
Take me to
Sure.
another place.
what a great show. What a
Really
great
good
band. What a great
Great
everything.
show. First 3 seasons only. Great show.
All right, let's refocus here. We got
One left.
one left. We're 2 strikes.
So,
Okay.
Tuscaloosa?
Alabama or Auburn? Yeah, Alabama or Auburn. Let's go. Alabama.
Let us stay
Like, what el-
hungry for the
What,
Crimson
what else is there to do there? Like that, like these college football towns, like Ann Arbor.
That's why Oklahoma
Columbus.
might be up there too.
Oh my goodness, there's nothing else to do. It's like
Just go Tuscaloosa. Fuck it.
Tuscaloosa. Alabama? Alabama.
Strike 3. That's number 7.
Damn.
So number 4, the one you're missing, is Kyle Field, which is in College Station, Texas A&M.
oh, man.
Yeah, I would have said that.
I never
What
would have
are
said
they?
Texas
What
A&M.
are they? The Aggies.
The Aggies. Gig 'em Aggie.
Kick 'em.
All right, so what's 6? Go ahead, give us top 10 now.
Sorry. So Kyle Field, did I tell you the number? The capacity is 102,733. Number 6 is Darrell K. Royal Memorial Stadium, 100,119. That's Texas. Number 7 is Bryant Denny Stadium, which is Tuscaloosa, 100,077. Sanford Stadium, which is Athens, so Georgia, 93,033. Number 9 is the Cotton Bowl, 92,100, Texas. And then the Rose Bowl rounds out the top 10 at 89,702.
Crazy.
Nice work.
We were close. We got a voicemail tonight, Mike.
We do.
While he's doing that, I would like to point out that Southern Tier needs to be a sponsor. This is delicious, and I have a buzz.
I tell you what, if we get Southern Tier as a sponsor, we are moving on up.
These are delicious.
People Plum, it's me, Jim McBride. First time caller, long time listener. Welcome back to Jimmy's Inside Scoop. For tonight, I have a question for Mr. Mike Devine, and that question is, how do you spell the word paid? That is all. Thank you, friends. Be out there. Bye.
This is the first time I didn't actually listen to the voicemail beforehand, so I didn't know that question was coming. So on my... First of all, fuck him. On my handouts, I read them, I proofread them, printed them, got them home, sent them out to a few people to take a look at them after I already picked them up. And paid was spelled wrong. It was P-I-A-D on the handouts that I handed out to.
Piad.
That I handed out to apparently 1,300 people today because that's who voted for me and it wasn't enough.
Well, you just made it sad.
I don't know. I'm a clown. What can I say?
Mike, you don't need to beat yourself up. There's plenty of people in Plum who'll do that for you.
Yeah.
Bunch of assholes. What are you going to do? So,
Any more
do you know how to
voicemails there,
spell paid?
Bozo?
I have no idea how to spell paid. I'll use ChatGPT next time.
Jesus. Any more voicemails? Is that it tonight?
That's it.
Just it, Jimmy? Jimmy's still keeping somewhat of a streak. Didn't he miss an episode because you
Because
screwed
fucked it up.
Yeah.
That's on me.
We got any shout-outs tonight, guys?
I do have shout outs. I would like to do a double shout out to Mr. and Mrs. Mario and Emma Devine, and also Jimmy and Nicole. Happy Copper anniversary to both of you. They are both celebrating their 7th anniversary this week.
Copper.
The Copper anniversary.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to you, all 4 of you. I also want to shout out Kenyon. We were at his soccer tournament, the Tri-State Cup, in Erie this weekend. He and his Riverhounds teammates scored 10 goals and allowed 0 goals to take home the gold. And they now qualify for nationals in Chicago. So we'll be traveling to Chicago in June. Yay, soccer, FTK. Also, while I was sitting on the sideline watching his game, I got a phone call from Coach Jake, who runs the Allegheny AAU volleyball team. He was told that if Kenyon didn't get a spot, you probably weren't going to get him because he's a soccer kid. So Kenyon was offered a spot on an AAU volleyball team, sight unseen.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Kenyon.
So I guess
Love
we'll be dipping our toe into AAU volleyball. So coming soon. He said he's been to a couple of the games and he trusts Coach Fisher. So Kenyon earned a spot onto an AAU volleyball team.
If he needs some training, I know some people that know volleyball pretty well.
You mean like his mom, who was all state in college?
Yeah, like she's one of them. I forgot that's how I met Shanna.
Oh, Mike was like, yeah, that's one of them. Not one that I was thinking of.
It's actually
Awesome job.
It's actually how the Newmans and Jess met. Was through volleyball.
Really?
Yeah.
LA
Wow.
Fitness.
Any other?
I have two shout outs.
Let's do it, Big Cat.
I have two tonight. First shout out to my son Graham. His 14-year-old in-house team in Delmont played a really good Jeanette team tonight and beat him 10-6. And shout out to my wife Carly. We're celebrating our wax anniversary.
Ooh,
16
years.
This
Congratulations.
Sounded kinky. You're waxing.
We're waxing this weekend. The 23rd, 16 years. Carly, I love
You're
you.
just going to wax off.
Wow.
I've been waxing on for the last 16 years.
He's due. He's due.
I've earned this.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's awesome. Yeah. You got any, Mike?
I do. I have two shout outs. When Justin was giving out the shout outs for anniversaries today actually is the Caligieri's anniversary. Don't know what number or what the...
That would be the 19th anniversary, and that is the bronze anniversary.
There it is.
Wow. Jeez.
So happy anniversary. I know they are two loyal listeners. And then this past weekend, Penny's team played up a division into 5th grade and for basketball, and they lost in the semifinals, but they I think lost by 2 points. So they had a good showing. But Lily's team, after I think losing in the semifinals in a couple tournaments and losing in the finals in a few tournaments, finally brought home the gold. They took the championship this weekend, and one of her Plum teammates, Chloe, got the tournament MVP. So congrats to Chloe and congrats to the Bruins.
Awesome. That's awesome. And I'll give one quick shout out. If we're tooting horns this week, Xavier is playing in the Rising Stars Invitational tomorrow night at Rise Sports. That's pretty exciting. He's playing there's 2 9th grade teams competing against each other. So about all in all, 25, 26 current freshmen, so rising sophomores in the Whippeal playing in that game. So that's pretty exciting for him. We'll have a good time there. And this past weekend, we were at Spooky Nook for a Hoop Group Select League circuit series, and we only had 5 players. So the kids had to play the entire game, which is at that level of basketball is extremely hard to do. It's very hard to do. So while we didn't win any games, we kept them closer than I could ever expected. And Xavier, he went off this week, and he averaged 18 points a game in the 4 games, hit 17 out of 29 3-pointers. That's almost 60%, and he made all 13 of his free throws. So in the middle of this, I'm like, I couldn't even believe, nobody believes in my son more than I do, but he eclipsed what I thought was possible. And I'm just excited for his future. And then I know he's got Plum JV and a little bit of varsity summer league coming up. So we're excited about that too. So really proud of what he accomplished. And now he's a little under the weather, but we're going to play in that game tomorrow because it's a great experience. So
what you're saying is X gave it to them.
X gave it to them. Yeah, exactly. I know I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for it, Newman.
Oh,
he knows.
coming.
He knows.
Oh,
he knows it's coming. He's excited. He can't wait to hit that first 3.
I can't wait to say that.
He did. So no, congratulations. Our kids are doing well, and I think that reflects on the 4 gentlemen that are here today who are supportive fathers, involved fathers that take care of their kids and give them the things that they want and support their dreams. So kudos to all of us. Shout out to all of us for being involved dads and supportive of not only our kids, but kids of our friends and kids of the community. So shout out to the Sour Plums crew tonight. So all right, here's where I would thank our guest host, but we didn't have one. So thank you guys for joining me tonight, and thank you for listening to Sour Plums. Like this episode and subscribe to our channel on SoundCloud, Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Podcast. Share if you care. We're out.
Deuces.
Peace.